Hi, Dr. Len here, and today we're going to be talking about low back pain and how tight hip flexors could be the cause of your back pain. And what I'm going to do today is show you a simple test to see if you have tight hip flexors, and if you do, you got to make sure you address that problem. Is show you a simple test to see if you have tight hip flexors, and if you do, you got to make sure you address that problem. But it's a real simple test, takes no more than 30 seconds to a minute to look at. And so with the help of Juliana here, this is a test that you should try at home, and anybody can do this at home. So Juliana, let me get you to lay flat on your back first. And this is a good test if you are a massage therapist or a personal trainer, because if you find out that your client has tight hip flexors, well, you want to make sure you don't just rub back here where they feel the pain, because the hip flexors, guys, they attach on the front of the spine. And if you're a trainer, you want to make sure there's some specific exercises you definitely want to stay away from. But the way you start this test out, guys, is lay flat on your back. Lay here about 30 seconds to about a minute, okay? Flat on your back, and take a mental note. How does that feel, okay?
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah,
but well, we talked about this before, but a lot of people that come into my office with low back pain, they'll lay down and they go, yeah, it's just kind of, I don't like my legs straight. So what you do after about 30 seconds or a minute, guys, bend your knees. Put your feet flat on the table like that. Did that decrease the discomfort? Did that make it feel any better?
Feels a little more comfortable.
Feels a little bit more comfortable. It's not pulling so hard, which is kind of the most common comment I get. What happened, guys, is that the hip flexors are now in a shortened position. It's a happy state now. When your legs are straight, or if you're standing up, the hip flexor is fully lengthened and it starts pulling on your spine. The hip flexor, guys, they become tight because we sit so long. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're sitting at your desk, plane, train, car, recliner, or even if you're sleeping in this fetal position like this. When your body is bent like this, hip flexors are shorter, and when you do that for extended periods of time, that's what could be the underlying cause of your low back pain. So if you have low back pain, I recommend you go to the website, go to AskDrLen.com, and there's some really great information out there for you. But make sure your doctor or your therapist is addressing the hip flexors. It's not back in the back, guys. The hip flexors are the muscles that stabilize the spine from the front side. So they need to really stick their fingers in this area here to get that muscle to relax, okay? And you want to make sure you find somebody that knows what the heck they're doing, because, here's your abdominal muscles. Underneath that are your intestines, which you don't want to hurt. And underneath your intestines are your hip flexors. And around all that, depending on how chubby you may be, you may have additional adipose tissue there. So it takes some work to get your fingers down in those hip flexors, but you need to relax those guys, calm those guys down. You also need to be doing some specific exercises. And I encourage you, if you go to the website, we have another video, some instructions on what exercise you need to be doing to lengthen out these hip flexors. Again, I'm Dr. Len Lopez. If you have any questions, let us know. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hi, this is Bob Kaplitz. We're not good at chiropractic care, and most chiropractors aren't good at video marketing. We believe medical professionals should do what they do best, so we can do what we do best.